Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new video of must-read manhwas. Here is the top 5 manhwa recommendations, but before you do, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more manhwa recommendation videos. Number 5. Dungeon Reset. Dungeon Reset follows the adventures of a Korean teenager named Jang Do-woon, who was transported to a dungeon filled with monsters, traps, and magic, along with 100 other people. The first level master welcomed them to the dungeon, explained why they were there and what they needed to do to advance to the next level. Each participant is given a skill to use as well as a starting weapon. Players were forced to fight monsters, scavenge for supplies, and try to stay alive in an environment filled with terrifying beasts and lethal traps. Despite starting the game with a tiny knife and a nearly useless skill called Purification, Do-woon survives the hazards of level 1 by sticking with a group led by the charismatic Ryu Seung-woo. Nonetheless, when they encounter the dungeon boss, Do-woon falls into a hidden pit trap. His companions were forced to flee and Do-woon was left bleeding to death. At that point, the group had successfully defeated the level 1 boss, and all survivors had their health restored and had advanced to level 2. Do-woon was also given the health reward, but he was left behind while his group advanced to the next stage. At the time, the system began to reset the first level while MC was stuck in the pit trap, making him a bug in the system in which the level master ignored him because he was unlucky and would eventually die by himself. Do-woon must now figure out how to survive the first level using only his wits, his useless purification skill, and the tools available in a level 1 dungeon. Number 4. The tutorial is too hard. The protagonist of this manhwa is a guy named Lee Ho-jae, who is a retired professional gamer and lives a depressing, lonely life where he spends most of his nights drinking. He retired from his gaming team as the competition got fierce, and he could not keep up with the constant pressure. He had a bad relationship with his family, since his father disapproved of his chosen career path of being a professional gamer, which led to a fight with his father the day before his major surgery. His father's health became worse after the argument, which made the operation difficult. His sister blamed him and their fight as the cause of their father's death. Since then, they have had a strained relationship. One night, he was seeing an invitation to a game and was asked to choose the difficulty level that he wants to play in. Thinking he was too drunk and seeing stuff, he chose the Hell difficulty option, since he used to finish the most difficult games, and his pride as a gamer led him to again choose that option. Nevertheless, he was sent to the tutorial level along with other random people who got the same message, and in this game you put your life on the line and no mistakes are allowed. At that time, our MC regrets choosing the Hell difficulty option, as he was the only one surviving in that difficulty, unlike others who had people going with them. How you will survive in this game and level up to the 100th floor to win and come back to Earth. Number 3. Is this hero for real? This manhwa tells the story of a student named Han-soo. He and his classmates have been transported to a fantasy world where heroes are fighting demons and monsters. The goddess who summoned them to this fantasy world welcomed them as new heroes and explained everything to them. Also, she told them that if anyone wishes to go back to Earth and not risk his life in this world, she would be okay to send them back. All of them were excited to start the journey of being a hero and enjoying their lives here with the special treatment they would get, except our MC. He was worried about how his family would be doing if gone missing for a long time and asked the goddess to send him back. Nevertheless, when he crossed the transportation wormhole, he finds himself sent to a dangerous forest among the monsters there. He then realized that the goddess has lied to him and decided to send him here to die. When he was having a near-death experience, he was blessed by an unknown god with a powerful blessing that helped him survive. But this power made him talk like the forest monsters, which made hunters and heroes think he is a dangerous being and tries to kill him whenever they meet him. Also, it blocks his leveling into the first level. He then tries to figure out how to work around the power that he got, so that he can take revenge on that goddess who tricked him and finds a way to come back to Earth. Number 2. Return of the Frozen Hero. When the world changed begins with gates, monsters, systems, and players were created, and humanity is in combat with monsters. After 5 years into this war, the final boss was declared and needs to be defeated for Earth to go back to the peaceful state. Many people died while trying to clear her gate. However, the top 5 players, including our main character Seo Junho, have gathered and set the objective to clear and defeat the final boss. After a lengthy battle with the Frost Queen, he succeeded and he was given her power core. However, the overwhelming ice power released when the Frost Queen died had frozen his friends and him. In the 25 years since the end of the defeat of the Frost Queen, Earth is now safe to live, and people have visited these 5 players' frozen statues. One day, while giving a presentation about their history, Junho became unfrozen. He was informed when he woke up that he had only cleared the first floor and that there were still 9 more floors to go before the gates would fully close. He decided to check on his frozen companions and make a promise to regain his powers back and use the powers he received from the Frost Queen to unfreeze them. And to accomplish that, he is now beginning to level up under a new name. Read this manhwa to take in the journey and experience Seo Junho's character development along with the discovery of what had been changed for the last 25 years. Number 1. Barbarian Quest. The protagonist Yurik is the young warrior of the Stone Axe tribe. Boulder Axe tribe has a taboos that come down from the distant past. When a mountain range man dies, his soul crosses the mountain range and lives. The Sky Mountain Range was a resting place for souls, and the living were not allowed to cross it. Everyone believed it as such. But MC, who has been stronger and more curious than anyone else since childhood, wants to know what lies behind that mountain. He forces friends to climb the Sky Mountain Range to hunt. As they're about to reach the Sky Mountain Range, they were attacked by people in full body iron armor with unknown language. In that attack, his friends were injured. He sent his friends back to the tribe and fight with their leader. Although MC is a young man but possessed tremendous force and strength, he knocks their leader. However, his underlings captures him using nets. When Yurik recovers from his injuries to a certain extent, he started to fight back with the soldiers, and after a lengthy fight, he managed to kill them all. MC then was happy that there is life beyond the mountain and decided to go further and discover their culture instead of going back. MC New Adventure begins to discover the world behind the mountain and starts working as a mercenary since they keep on moving from town to another. And this job is for fighters, which was his speciality.